Hey guys, welcome to another video. Sorry if I sound weird, my allergies are getting the best of me. But anyways, the other day I was at my shop, a customer came and seen my new 93 Cobra, and he seen how excited I was to tell him about it because he knew I got it. And he told me a story about a huge flood that happened in a town near me, and it washed a 93 Cobra down the river. And this was when it was like 2 or 3 years old. So it was in the 90s, and the car's still supposedly there. So, and why would you think nobody would go and see it? Because the kid, here's a kid that had it, a younger one, got it brand new. Well, he jumped it into a cornfield when it wasn't very old, and he had it painted plum crazy purple. So if you're on the river, on a boat, whatever, ice, when it's frozen, you'd see a plum crazy purple fox body. So you wouldn't think anything of it. But originally it was red. So I don't believe the story, but I can't let it slide. So he sent me the GPS coordinates of like the vicinity it's in. My buddy has a really high-end drone that can take 4K pictures and fly miles away from you. So we're gonna go in the area, fly down the river, see if we can find this fox body, and hopefully it is a true 93 Cobra. So I know it sounds like a hell of a story. I don't believe it myself, but like I said, you don't just sit on the couch and ignore it. I'm gonna go see if I can find this car. So I'm super pumped. It's been like 3 days since he told me the story, and I wanted to go every single day, but we're gonna go today. And if it is real, pretend it's real, I'm gonna find a way to get it. Unless it's completely, it might be in the river or on the bank. We don't even know that. So today is just like a little treasure hunt. And like I said, there's a lot of sacred parts on these cars that are 93 Cobra specific. So if it is a real 93, I'm for sure gonna rip every part off it that I can. But if I can get it out, the original owner's dad still has the title for the car. So pretend I got it out and he doesn't care about it. He's like, insurance paid us for it, we don't care. He'll literally give me the title. So first things first, let's go find this thing, see if it is a true 93 Cobra. And if it is, I'm gonna shit, to be honest. So let's just start by going, my buddy's on his way with the drone. We're gonna drive. It's only like 30 miles from my house, and see if we can find this fox body. Well, it's harder than we thought. We're on some random, either minimum maintenance road or a service road to get to fields. Definitely trespassing, but it's hard to get to the river from any road for where we heard the cars were at. So we might have to kayak it, but we're flying the drone right now. We're getting it ready. We're gonna fly it down as far as we can to see if we can find some cars. But I'm starting to understand why, if it is out there, now I know why nobody's found it, because there's not many roads by the river. So we're gonna see what we find with the drone. Well, we're at the third or fourth spot. This is definitely a treasure hunt. We cannot find anything about a car in the river. We've flown the drone 3 times now. We're at a new location, and we're gonna fly the drone again. The river's right over here. We just keep working our way up until we're to the town where it was first sucked in at. But this is definitely a lot harder than we thought. We thought we'd already be in, like, looking at the car, and it's been like an hour into the hunt. All right, we're going up to this rich guy's house. We think the car's back there, but we don't want to trespass, so we're gonna knock on the door and ask him if it's cool if we go over there. So being in South Dakota, out in the country, we don't know what to expect, but we're here and we're gonna try. I'm having him do it because I'm scared out. I grew up on a farm, and I know that everyone on farms are always crabby and don't like to be bugged. But this place is super nice. The river's right down there, and we think the car's right over there. But like I said, we don't want to trespass. Well, it's been a wild goose chase all morning, but we're literally driving down right where we started. We flew the drone there upriver quick because we thought it was up farther, but it's literally in this area supposedly. We knocked on the guy's door like I showed you, and the guy thinks it's right over here. So we're gonna stop up here. He said he has a 4-wheeler path, and we're just gonna walk the river. Like, that's the way you should probably do it anyway. So hopefully we find it in the next half an hour because we kind of got the right spot. Made it through the river, walked about an 1/8 mile through the grove. Now we got a 1/4 mile down before we think we're to the spot that everyone's telling us that they're at. Well, he's walking the bank and I'm walking up here just in case the water was so high that it was up here instead. And it's starting to look like another dead end. These cars are pretty damn hidden. You'd think it'd be so easy to find them. But if we don't find them today, we have another hour of looking. If they're not on this horseshoe up here that we think they're at, we're just gonna rent kayaks, kayak the whole river until we find them, which we probably should have at first. But when you're talking 10 to 15 cars in a pile, you'd think it'd be so much easier to find. And we were wrong. So we're gonna get up here to this horseshoe. I'm gonna go back down. He's just taking the bank because we don't want to miss anything after searching for, I think, 3.5, 4 hours today. So we'll see what's up here. Well, like I said, I feel like we're on a dead end. All right, we think it's right around there. We think we see something on that bank right there. But we're gonna fly him there just so we don't waste more walking. See what's up.
Here we go. Flight altitude is restricted here. I don't know why.
Yeah, we don't have to go high. We're gonna video this just in case this is it.
I'm recording too. We got 75%.
Let me go over here.
Please check it on the map.
Yes.
I hope it's over there. I can see the drone.
You can?
Yeah.
Look how low I am.
Yeah, you are low.
This is the bend. Wait, it splits. Could it be so low that it's over here in the bank?
I don't know.
What's that?
Looks like a barrel or something.
What's that?
Don't hit no trees.
Zoom out real quick.
Oh.
It has sensors. Watch, it'll start freaking out. Oops.
Man, dude, this feels like an impossible hunt.
69 battery. This is a weird bend. When did he take that picture of the snowmobile?
Years ago.
I think the water's so low that it could be like up on the bank.
Well, we made it to the horseshoe that he pinned us at, and it's not here. The guy's house is literally right there, so we could have just walked down his stairs, just seeing that it wasn't in the spot we thought. So it must be upriver more, or downriver. It looks like it's upriver because this little spot, but we're gonna head back and try the hunt again some other day. We ran out of time.
But if this car is still out here, I know why, because we gotten a lot of hints where it's at and can't find it. So somebody regular wouldn't find it for sure. But we're gonna keep trying. Maybe next week. All right, so we got back earlier. We were pretty bummed out. I went to this kid's birthday party and seen another of my buddies. I told him the story, and he knows exactly where the cars are supposedly. So we left the birthday, headed back. We're like 3 miles from where my buddies said they're at. So little update. I'm kind of thinking we're not going to find him just after this morning went, but we'll see if he's right. We went to the spot. My buddy said it'd be like right here, and it's not. We walked all the way down. So now we're going back to the truck, and we're gonna try that way just to make sure. But once again, wild goose chase that we have no clues, no good clues, and we haven't found anything. So search continues. Oh, we flew quite a ways and didn't see nothing both ways. So it's another bust. None of the stories are lining up. Unless this car is like way up in the trees from the flood, but I highly doubt it.
Wouldn't be that lucky.
Another wasted a couple hours. All right, guys, that is the footage that I have looking for that car, and that footage is from 2023. So I bought my 93 Cobra. I heard that story, and obviously we had to go on the wild goose hunt. So we never found the car. I kind of figured after doing that, the video wasn't very long, but we have so much time invested in those 2 days that I realized that it's literally impossible. And when I first heard the story, I was like, they would have recovered the cars, but now just walking the bank and stuff, there's no way to get them out. And I honestly think that they're buried. Like, they're buried. So my thumbnail pick is the actual cars that were in the flood, but literally 10 years ago. So you can see how buried they were back then, plus another 10 years. And I don't know, supposedly all these cars washed away from the bar in Canton, South Dakota. And if you research Canton, South Dakota 90s flood, it was insane. It was like a world record flood. And the guy walked outside and seen his 93 Cobra floating down the road. This is the story that I heard. I don't know if it's real, but maybe the guy's car is watching. So let me know in the comments if it's yours, if you know the story, blah, blah, blah. But it would be so cool if it was still out there, just because these cars are starting to be so expensive and sought after. It would just be crazy just to see it. Obviously, it'd be rusted out and stuff, but it'd still be cool. And the whole fact is painted plum crazy purple just makes it even funnier, because nobody would even look at it thinking it's a clone or something weird. So that's all I have for this footage. I was going to put this video out years ago, and I figured that it was kind of stupid, but I've been laid up from surgery. I haven't been able to video stuff, and I still had that's footage. My buddy has all the footage in the drone, and it would have been like an hour-long video if we would have found the car, but I didn't even ask him for the footage because we kind of just gave up. But if you guys live in Canton and you know there's cars in the river somewhere, or say you kayaked, check them out, see if you find a purple fox body. And if you do, let me know in the comments. Get a hold of me. I want to see this thing. Or just the regular cars that were in there also, because we never found any cars personally when we tried. But like I said, I think they're either way up in the bank in the trees, because the flood obviously is huge. And when we were looking, the water was so low, we could probably almost walk across the river. That's why we never kayaked it. But I don't think they're in the water anymore because the river's so low. I think they're way up in the trees. So if you wanted to find it, I feel you'd have to walk both sides of the rivers in the trees. But I don't know. It's a needle in a haystack, guys. But that is my video for this week. I know it's crazy, but there's crazier things that have happened finding cars that are sought after. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.